betrothed to you, would you go and study at a Beit Midrash? Yes, he replied. Okay? The first story is Rabbi Akiva saw it himself. He drew the inference. The second story, his wife told him, Akiva, go study Torah. Okay? So I'd like to finish by saying that I was working at the time 2 part-time jobs. I had not had any, I had the synagogue skills, and I studied at Gratz College in Philadelphia, if anybody is familiar with that. So it wasn't like I was unfamiliar, but I didn't have any real formal, intensive Jewish classical texts that I could hold and say were mine. And I was working 2 part-time jobs, and my wife said to me, the first job is totally flexible. The other one, you have to be there certain hours, but tell them that you can't come Tuesday, you'll come Wednesday, and take a course at the Schechter Institute in Jerusalem. So I took a course, and I went over to the teacher at the end of the course, and I said, it was really great, I really enjoyed it, thank you very much. And he says, you're not going to write the paper at the end of the course? I said, what do I need to write the paper? He says, write the paper, what harm will it do to you? So I wrote the paper, and I got a good grade, because I think he wanted me to take the second course. So I took the second course, at which point the dean of the rabbinical school said, Barney, here are the papers. When you come back next week, make sure they're all filled out, and we'll set up an interview for you for the rabbinical school program. So I went to, that's exactly what happened. I took the second course, and then 5 years later, I basically finished the rabbinical school program at Schechter. So I want to, on one hand, publicly thank my wife for pushing me, encouraging me, just like Rabbi Akiva's wife pushed him into studying Torah, and that's how I got into the Schechter Rabbinical School program. But there's one other person I need to thank. In 1977, my wife and I were not quite newlyweds. We were married 2 years, and we were involved with USY since we were kids, and USY advisors and so on. And in 1977, we were accepted to be Madrichim on the USY on Wheels trip cross country, if you're familiar with that. And we were teamed with this old couple, Archie and Peggy Pearlstein. So since the summer of 1977, we've been very, very good friends. And while Carol was the inspiration to go and study Torah and become a rabbi at Machon Schechter, Archie and Peggy were real examples for us that we wanted to continue to live our lives in a Jewish way. And we're indebted to Peggy and Archie for the last 40 years of our friendship. So thank you to all for allowing me to teach tonight. It was a real pleasure and a thrill. As you heard that I'm the rabbi of Kihinat Yar Ramot. If Rabbi Safra brings a trip again, okay? But even if he doesn't, okay? Meaning if you come on your own, you're welcome to come to Kihinat Yar Ramot. We've developed this connection now, and we'd like to continue. So thank you very much.
Rabbi, if I could have a second chance to push overseas membership. We were in Israel 7 years ago, whatever years ago, with Jonathan and Beverly on a trip. We spent an evening at the congregation with a lovely dinner, and it's a beautiful little congregation, a lovely little town outside of Jerusalem, and in Jerusalem. And we really felt very comfortable there, and the people were lovely, and I encourage people to be overseas members. We had become overseas members several years earlier when the earlier rabbi, whose name I don't